The NBA media rights situation has gotten a little crazy since the last time I talked about it. So, about a week ago, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that the NBA on TNT was going to not be a thing after this next season. So, starting with the 2025-2026 NBA season, the media rights for the NBA were going to be transferred to Disney or ESPN, NBC, and Amazon. It now seems that there is a slight issue, which has brought TNT to actually pursue a lawsuit against the NBA because apparently TNT is under the impression, and I have no idea what their contract that they currently have says, but TNT is under the impression that they have the ability to match any bid that gets thrown at the NBA for the media rights. So TNT is claiming that the NBA basically is ignoring their offer to match. And if that is the case, then the NBA on TNT might not be over, which would be great. I would love nothing more than for Inside the NBA and TNT to continue being the main focal point of the NBA's media circle, and having games broadcasted on TV throughout the regular season and the playoffs, and keeping Kenny, Shaq, Ernie, and Charles together. But frankly, this piece of news stating that this lawsuit comes out, it seems a little too good to be true. I feel like it isn't going to work out. But in light of this happening, I believe Charles Barkley has talked about it, and a couple other people have, kind of noted what's going on here. And, it seems like Charles Barkley is open to, signing with Amazon or somebody else, to remain being a voice for the NBA and, continuing to spread his knowledge and, more importantly, his sense of humor throughout the NBA, because I think the thing that people love the most about Charles Barkley and the rest of the TNT crew is that it's not so much about deep analytical, dives about basketball. It's about talking about basketball as if you were with your friends and kind of just having light, casual fun that makes you laugh while you're still kind of just, watching basketball. It's just, that's what's made the show so great. And, I would love for it to stay around. But if it's not going to be TNT, it at least seems a little bit more apparent now that, it's going to be somewhere. Like I think ESPN also mentioned that they're, totally willing to hire the entire cast of the TNT crew. Ernie kind of has made it public that he doesn't want to leave Turner. His dad worked for Turner. He, just has extreme loyalty to the Turner sports family. And I get that. I mean, Ernie's been there for, 30 years, maybe more than that. So, but if you can keep the other three guys together, I think that's still good. I think Ernie is a piece that people won't really realize that they miss as much as they do until, something like that actually happens where it's the three other guys and Ernie's just not there. That'll be a little bit sad, but I would rather have Shaq, Kenny, and Charles together than not have any of them together. So I'm hoping, we see this group of guys together somewhere, because before it seemed like, okay, it's just over, it's just over. And now it seems like even if TNT's reign is over, it doesn't seem like Shaq, Kenny, and Charles are just done, and it's not like they're like super old, like it shouldn't be like this is the end of their career because Turner isn't broadcasting anymore or isn't broadcasting the NBA anymore. it's more like, okay, it's time to move on to something else. And after seeing the contract that Charles Barkley is getting, I saw something that was like it was like he had like a 10-year contract. It's worth like over $200 million. That's like 5 times what he made in the NBA. So I'm not surprised that he wants to keep broadcasting, because it seems like a very fun job. He makes tons of people laugh, and he gets to work with his friends, and Shaq and Kenny and Ernie. So I think it's good, the new news that we've gotten about this whole situation. I was devastated when I thought it was just going to be over, but it seems like that's not the case anymore. So I'm looking forward to getting some more updates and kind of figuring out what's going to go on. But it's seeming a little bit brighter than it was a week ago. So keep making me laugh, Shaq, Kenny, Charles, because I need it. I need you guys, just like tons of other NBA fans need you guys. So keep it coming.